Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to all my new subscribers as well. So I thought I would turn the camera on. I have been making some white on white cards. I like doing this. This is one of my most favourite type of card to make. I think it's elegant. I just really like it. Let me see how well you can see this. Yep, so it's just basically I've been using die cuts and layering it. This white in the middle is a slightly different shade. I done that so that it would stand out behind the lady. But yep, so I'm going to make something like this. So it's a kind of craft with me sort of video. So I want a 7x7 card, but I don't have one, so I'm going to have to make one. So basically I've got an A4 sheet of card and I'm going to cut it down, and I still don't have a new blade for my trimmer. I just haven't had a second, and usually when you go to Hobbycraft they don't have any, so I'm going to have to order them online. So if any of you guys know a good site that sells them, I'm sure the last time I got them from eBay. Okay, so I'm cutting it down to 8 inches by 7 inches. And then the next A4 sheet, this is 300 GSM craft board card. It's really thick. So 7 by 7. So really easy to make your own size cards if you don't have them. The reason I want a 7x7 is because of the size of the dies that I'm going to be using. So the first thing I'm going to do is just trim these fluffy edges off of my card. It's been left by my dodgy trimmer blade. And it just leaves wee fluffy bits, so they're easy enough to cut off. Okay. And then do it on this side as well. I'm actually thinking about getting a new trimmer. One that you can get the blades more readily. I'll have a look in Hobbycraft. I think they do their own one. Okay, so let me see. Now I want to take the one that's 8x7, and on the 8-inch side I'm just going to score it at 1 inch. Here. Okay. Then I'm just going to fold it. So I've got a 1 inch flat and burnish it down. Okay. I'm going to take my wet glue and just add it all the way down with the flap turned in. And then use the other piece, the 7x7. Just make sure that it's totally level and then press it down. And that gives me a 7x7 inch square card. And by doing it that way, my flap is on the inside, which is fine. You can cover it up if you want with an insert or just a wee piece of paper. So there we go, 7x7 card, nice and white. The only thing about doing white cards is it's quite hard to keep them clean, but anyway. I'm going to use this Downton Abbey die. I just really like it. The ornamental screen this one is. Let's just make sure it's going to fit, and it is. So first of all, what I want to do is do another layer of the white. So I'm going to take a pencil and I'm leaving about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I want a 1/4 of an inch border, so I'm just marking that. And then let's cut this here. Okay. Cut off the feathering again. Obviously, if your guys' blades are alright, you'll not have to do this bit, but sometimes I actually, if I'm doing it craft card and things, I would leave it deliberately on purpose because I think it looks a bit shabby, and then I just ink it up. So I'm just using some foam tape, some 3D foam tape on the back of this square. So if that's a 7 by 7 inch card, this is going to be about just over 6.5 squared. Now you could emboss this with an embossing folder, but I'm just leaving it plain because I'm putting such an ornate die over the top of it. Oops, come off. This is a cheap tape from Poundland and it's rubbish. Okay, so let's stick that over the top. Now, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but that actually gives the card some dimension and it causes a shadow as well. So that's why I like to do that. Now, let me see. There's a few dies that I want to use. So I definitely want to use this one. I want to use that one, which is this one. And I want to use this one. You might be thinking, Sam, what are you talking about? I want to use the corners. I want to use this car. And I want to use the sentiment, cherish every moment. It might look a lot, but once it's layered up, it does look nice. So what I need is a sheet of the white card, and I need to cut this into it. This is because this die is a cut-in die. It's not got the outside border edge. So I'm going to cut that into there. Let me just grab some low-tack tape. Elizabeth was kind enough to give me this. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. It's great. I searched for ages to get even the tape that said it was low-tack wasn't low-tack. This one is. So let's just... I think that's a Crafter's Companion one. I'm not sure. The tape. Pop that through there. Oh, this looks great. So in the meantime, I could be cutting some corners. So I've got these ones. These are the Downton Abbey ones as well. Opulent corners. Let's just pick one. That one's quite nice. That one's quite ornate. It's stuck. Okay, there we go. So that one. So obviously I need to cut this out 4 times. So we'll stick this through the Gemini Go. Something missing. It's a bottom plate. I knew it was missing as soon as I went to put it in. It was going in too easy. There we go. Right, and then let's grab this other one while that's going through, and it's cut perfectly. You can see there's no bits that haven't cut. So then we will cut out some other dies. We'll cut out this one. We shall cut out car. That's a Sweet Dixie car. And I don't know if we'll be able to cut all these together, but we'll try this one and the Cherish Every Moment. And we'll see, we might need to run it through again, but see how it goes. Put all these dies on it. Maybe being a wee bit ambitious, but we'll try. We'll see if we can push the Gemini to its limits. Okay, so white piece of card. That's not the same one, it's a different colour. Wait, I'll just grab. This one. Make sure it's all covered up. And we'll go for it and we'll see if it cuts. Okay, so let's grab this here. Take off the tape. and it's not touched the paper, it's not ripped the card, which is good. Let's just ease this die off because it's quite ornate. I don't want to tear it. And look at that, cut out perfectly. And then with this, all I would do is take my wee brush and run it over the bin. I'm just literally brushing over the top of it, guys. It's one of my pet hates. I'm quite OCD about it. I don't like leaving any paper in the dies. Because I feel the next time you go to use it, it's just a pain having to clean it. So that's basically clean. There's a couple of wee bits that I'll poke out later. Right, let's pop this to the side. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this by eye. You can do it with your trimmer, but I am going to just follow around, leaving maybe about 1/8 of an inch, I would say, all the way around. There's actually an indent where the die was, it's making it, I can follow it, it's quite easy to follow. Round like that. And like that. Okay. So then let's bring in this other plate and see if these dies have cut. How are we doing? Okay, so cherish every moment is cut. Let's just pop the wee bits out. This is partly a tonic dye. I didn't keep all of the dye. I actually only kept part of it because there was only part of it that I would have used. But this is part of it that I kept, the cherish every moment sentiment. So this is a bit of a wedding card I'm making, but obviously you can do this. Cherish every moment with anyone that you like. And then this one, this part stays in the card, so you just have to trim it. This is a beautiful die. It's like for making invitations and stuff. It's really pretty. And I think this is all cut out as well. Yep. Okay, so you didn't want to watch me taking all these bits out. I'll take them out in a second. Let's just see if the other ones I've cut first. And that one has. The wee Sweet Dixie car. I do want to get, if any of you guys know where I can get the big Downton Abbey Create a Card die, I've been looking for it. It was on eBay one time, but it went for like £25 for one die, and I was like, no. But it's a big 6x6 card. It's absolutely beautiful, and I need it to complete my Downton Abbey collection. So I've been looking for that. But in the meantime, I got that one. So we've got that. So that cut out all right. And then let's see if this one's cut or if it needs to go through. I'm not sure. I think maybe. Oh no. I'm going to run that through again. I think this corner, all the rest of it's cut. There's just one wee bit here. So what I'm going to do is run it back through, pop all the bits out, and then come back. Okay, so I've cut it out, and I cut out the 4 corners as well. So let's make sure the card is the right way around, which it is, and let's start assembling it. So the first thing I want to do is decide where I want my, yep, so I'm going to put the large, I'm going to zoom you guys in a bit so you can see a bit better what I'm doing, because it's white on white and it's quite difficult to see. Okay, so Don't need a lot of glue on this. This is where you need one of these big Xyron machines. I used to have a big Xyron machine, but when I gave up crafting a few years ago, I gave it away. Okay, so I want that one there, like that. Then I want this one here. So for you guys that haven't given up already and have made it through the 15 minutes so far of this video, I'm going to do a hidden giveaway. Now unfortunately this is going to be for UK only this time, because the postage for what I'm going to show you is going to be too much for the US. But I will promise I am going to do another hidden giveaway that will be international. So let me just get the glue on this and then I will show you. Okay, then I want to put this, I'm going to butt that right up to the edge of the layer that's up on the foam. Press that over the top like that. I think that looks really nice. Right, okay, so for the hidden giveaway I have these two journals. Let me move this out of the way. Now these are unfinished. I say unfinished, they're like blank journals, so you can put your own spin on them. So I've got this one, velvet covered. As always with the velvet, it gets a wee bit oozy, but you just need to get a wee rub. I'm not going to go through it, guys, because that's not what this video is about. There's a pocket here and lots of, that's Prima paper, there's coffee dye, there's punching, more Prima envelopes, some stamped music paper, bags and things like that. So there's that one, and there's this one, and this is using Artymaze's Glam, what was that again? My gosh, Gothic Glam. So it's got velvet on the front and lace and things. You can see the cover's not finished, but the imagery in this is beautiful. I am going to use this to make, I'm actually in the middle of making another journal, a Gothic Glam journal. So that's why I decided, I've just not got time, guys, to complete them all. So there's lots of images in here, skulls and all sorts of things. So it's totally blank. So if you like your Halloween and things like that. So obviously if they're not your style and you win them, you can give them away or do whatever you want to do with them. Finish them and give them to somebody, or finish them and sell them, or do whatever you want to do. So all you have to do is, please don't mention the giveaway in the comments. Just leave a comment saying, I know what you can say. Say, I love Gothic Glam too, Sam. Or I love Gothic too, Sam. Okay, UK only, as I say. Sorry about that, guys. But I will pick a winner out at the weekend and send these out to the person that gets drawn out. Right, back to this white on white card. So, here we go. Oh, sorry, I forgot I was zoomed in. I hope you guys got an alright view of that, the journals there. Then I want to put my frame in the middle. So just pop on some glue around the edge, like so. Pop that over the top there. I think white on white is so elegant, I really do. Then I'm going to have my car. I like doing ivory and gold as well, and white and silver. I think that's nice. But white on white, I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but in real life it is so elegant. For this as a wedding card, I think it's just beautiful. So then I'm going to pop my wedding car right in the centre, like that. So really simple, it's just layering, but I think the effect's really nice. Then I've got my 4 corners that I cut out. And this is where I really could be doing one of these wee Xyron-y things, but hey ho. It's not a necessity right now, so it ain't getting bought. Then I'm going to pop it right down to the corner. Like that. That's quite nice actually, because that corner's hanging over. So that's quite nice. That was intentional. So that's no, but it does look nice. So let's just put these on quickly. Okay, okay. Put that on there. Like so. Repeat the process. So I like these kind of videos. I like watching them. I say it all the time. I watch a lot of people just crafting along, especially when I'm making journals and things. I will put videos on my desk, on my phone, and craft along. Because you never know, you can pick up some wee tips. And it's just nice. I think if you enjoy a channel, it's nice just to craft along when you've got somebody's voice in the background. So hopefully some of you guys will like this video for that reason. Okay, so put that over there. Take it round. How cute is that? And then I've got my cherish every moment. Okay, I'm going to break my rule. What I'm going to do, because I feel like you really can't see the cherish every moment, so I am going to break my rule of having it just pure white. I'm going to take my, if I can find that again, did I do that? I'm going to cut this out in silver. Okay, I'll show you why in a second. Okay, so I've cut it out in the silver mirror board. Gently take it out. And the reason being is all the other pieces, okay, that you can see, they're quite large. You can see the car's a big image, the frame and everything else. But when you put the white on it, it will get lost. Because of all the swirls underneath, it gets lost. So what I'm going to do, because it's white and it's a wedding card, not that I know anybody that's getting married, but I just like making these cards just in case. So let me just pop out these wee fiddly bits. There we go. And then I'm going to shadow the white onto the silver. So let's just add our glue onto the back of the white. It looks like I'm putting on loads of glue, guys, but I'm not. I'm barely squeezing and I'm barely touching the back of the letters. I'm just putting enough on so that it'll stick, because I don't want to squeeging it everywhere. Okay, so I've got this. Then I'm just going to shadow over the silver. Oops, take that wee dangly bit away. So I just want it so that you can see it and no more. Like that. So now, as you can see it a lot clearer. And you'll see that once I put it onto the card as well, it'll make it stand off it a bit more. And all I would do to finish this card is put in a white insert, and I would stamp a sentiment and emboss it, heat emboss it in silver. So I'm going to have the cherish every moment right here. And you see it stands out now, you can actually read it. Whereas before you couldn't read it, now you can. So yeah, that is my white on white card. Cherish every moment. And I think you get away with it being so busy because of it being white. You can see this one as well that I made. I just think they're really pretty. So let me know what you think, guys. Talk to me in the comments. You could obviously do this with any colour, with your favourite colour. You could do it in teal, purples, any colour that you think, and do it tone on tone. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please hit me a thumbs up, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.